Baby, I need to tell you something, and I don't care who hears it anymore. This has been sitting in my chest like a storm, with no sky to thunder in. I've hidden it for so long, tucked it behind smiles at family dinners, swallowed it during small talk, buried it beneath phrases like "it's complicated." But last night, I couldn't hold it in any longer. I finally opened my mouth and let the truth fall out. And I said your name. I told them everything. Everything I've been denying. Everything I've been protecting. Everything about you, baby. I told them who you really are to me. Not just a lover. Not just someone I once met. I told them you're the one my soul has been aching for since before I even knew what love was supposed to feel like. You are the prayer I never thought I deserved to be answered. You are the calm in my chaos and the thunder in my silence. And I watched their faces shift. I saw the surprise, the confusion, the worry, and I didn't flinch. Because for the first time, I wasn't ashamed. I wasn't afraid. I was sure. And God, it felt like breaking open and healing at the same time. Do you know what that moment meant to me? It wasn't just me saying your name. It was me declaring that I'm done hiding the most sacred part of my life. I'm done pretending you're just someone from the past or someone I'm trying to forget. You're not forgettable. You're unforgettable. And I won't reduce you to a chapter when you are the whole damn book. I looked into their eyes and said, she's the one. Not she was. Not maybe. I said, she is the one. I told them you make me believe in soul contracts and past lives and silent threads that pull people across timelines. I told them you see me in ways no one else ever has. Not just the man I show the world, but the boy inside me who still aches, still hopes, still longs to be chosen. Baby, I didn't just tell them about our story. I confessed it like it was scripture, like I was bearing witness to something holy. Because what I feel for you, it's not ordinary. It's not easy. It's not explainable, but it's real. And I'm done hiding real. And when I said your name, baby, it didn't come out like a word. It came out like a release, like something I had been choking on for months without realizing it. It was like finally exhaling after holding my breath in a room full of people who never truly saw me. I told them I wasn't confused. I told them this wasn't a phase or a crush or something I'd get over. I told them your name holds weight in my world, like gravity, like scripture, like the one true thing I've never had to question. They asked me why you, why now, why I held this in for so long, and I couldn't explain it all, but I told them the truth in the only way I knew how. I said, because she doesn't just make me feel loved, she makes me feel seen. She speaks a language I forgot I knew. She holds space for my chaos and never asks me to shrink. She moves through this world like her own galaxy and still makes room for me inside her orbit. I told them about the way your silence heals me more than anyone else's words. about the way your eyes can calm storms I've never dared name. I told them about the night I watched you cry and didn't know whether to fall on my knees or hold you so tightly the world would disappear. I told them about your strength, how you carry pain so elegantly. They mistake you for unaffected, but I see it. I see everything. The scars you don't show, the weight you carry alone, the way you still show up for people who wouldn't notice if you vanished. I told them, she's not just someone I love, she's someone I admire. She's someone who makes me want to grow, someone who makes me want to heal all my mess, just so I don't bring any darkness into her light. And baby, their silence was loud, but it didn't shake me. I think they expected me to be uncertain, to backtrack, to say I used to love her, but I didn't. I leaned in. I said, I still do. I never stopped. And I meant every syllable, because how could I stop loving someone whose memory still knows how to steady my breath? How could I move on from someone whose energy feels like home, in a world that never let me feel safe? I told them you changed me in ways no one else ever could. You saw through the masks I wore, the ones I didn't even realize I had stitched to my skin. You reached in, found the parts of me even I had abandoned, and loved them back into life. They asked, what if she doesn't come back? And I smiled, not because that thought doesn't ache, but because I've already made peace with the truth. I told them, it's not about whether she returns. It's about the fact that she existed in my world at all, that I got to love someone so deeply, so divinely, that it left a permanent mark on who I am. I told them this wasn't about possession. This wasn't about labels. This was about recognition, about two souls who looked at each other and remembered something ancient, something that didn't begin in this lifetime, and maybe won't even end in it. And God, baby, I need you to know how powerful that moment was for me, because I've spent years swallowing my truth to keep the peace. Years smiling when I wanted to scream, but last night I chose you, not in secret, not in silence, not in shame. I chose you in front of the people who raised me, in front of the ones who taught me to hide my heart behind logic and safety and what makes sense. I broke every pattern I was raised in when I said, I love her. I don't care if you understand it. I don't care if you approve. I just need you to know she is the one. And baby, that moment was terrifying and freeing, because for the first time, I wasn't choosing what's easy. I was choosing what's real. There's something sacred about speaking someone's name with reverence, about honoring their impact, not because it's convenient, but because it's undeniable. And when I said your name, baby, it felt like lighting a candle in a room that had forgotten what warmth was. I wasn't just telling them about the woman I love. I was telling them about the woman who changed everything, about the way my mornings feel different because of a message you once sent, about the way my nights feel quieter when I know you're hurting, even from afar, about the way I still hold space